crazy over here, so don't be alarmed. It'll burn down in a minute if I can stand it. It's kind of gone crazy. Wait, here's my, mute this other little situation over here. Yeah, that seemed like a good idea when I lit it, but these cones can go a little nuts over here, so I don't know if I can stand. I have to move it. Anyway, hey, I hope everybody is doing well, and it's so good to be here again. I can't believe I have the energy to do this again today. I think I'm on the mend, y'all. I think I'm on the mend. Hopefully, I'll have enough energy to do all these readings tonight. I certainly hope so. So, as I wait for some folks to show up here, I don't know. I did pull yesterday on the weekly reading, but that was kind of general, and I thought I would do that. Also, I have some other things to talk about maybe if we have time tonight, like what these guys are. Have y'all ever seen one of those? This is a dowsing rod. I don't know if that camera can pick it up. These are quite long. You can get shorter ones. So sorry, just realized I didn't have my mic on. So I'm just kind of killing time to waiting for some people to show up here. This is a dowsing rod. Dowsing rods have been used for eons. Their most commonly known use is for dowsing, trying to find water or minerals or even gold. People douse for gold. You can also, it's coming right back in my face again. You can also douse for lost objects. I have done that. I mean, you can ask it something simple like a yes or a no, and typically they come in sets of 2. As you can see, I have 2. I typically, depends on what I'm asking, only use 1. But dowsing rods work, let's see if I can get this explanation for you. They are a way for you to connect to innate intelligence. So whatever you might label that, whether that's, you know, God or your higher self or something else that you believe in, or, you know, just energy, you know, it is a way to connect with that level of intelligence without going through your 3D brain. And it works on, it works in your body. For example, if you ask a question, and for anybody that just tuned in, I'm talking about dowsing rods here. For example, if you're asking a question and you ask it to give you a yes or no answer and you're holding it perfectly still, the way it works is the innate within you triggers a subcutaneous muscle reaction. And it comes through and affects, because this is copper, by the way, it's an excellent conductor. It affects the energy, and it causes the rod to move. So, still smoking at me out over here. But it's really, really interesting how you can use them. Again, you can ask yes or no questions. I actually had lost something in a closet, and I'd looked in this place for this. I think it was my favorite hat. I had looked for this cap for ages and couldn't find it. And I finally just went, duh, why didn't I ask my dowsing rod? So I got my dowsing rod out one night. So because it can point, unlike, for example, pendulums. I like pendulums too, but this can point easier than a pendulum. So if I say where, you know, let me see if I can get it still. I'll put it on the table here if I can get it level for you. All right, if I can do that. And if I ask it, point in the direction of my car, show me where my car is. If I can get it back level again. It's not going to do that, because my car is parked directly behind me. I mean, in my garage behind me. And you can ask it questions like, if I can hold it still now. Like, show me a yes answer. That would be yes for me. And I can ask it, let me get it steady again. And I know you can't see it from this angle. I'm holding this as absolutely level to the ground as I possibly can. And then this is a 90-degree piece of metal that spins in the handle here. So my hand is not touching this part of the rod. It's just touching the handle here. All right, let me see if I can get it level again. All right, show me a no, please. Show me a no, please. Do you see it going back and forth? That's a no. No, I don't want to show you a no. No, it means no. So also, there's just lots of different ways to use those, but I don't know, I kind of thought that would be a cool thing. If y'all have never seen one of those, you've never heard of one. Again, they're more common in Europe, but they're still used everywhere, as far as I know, and certainly here in the United States, but they're just not as commonly known, I think, as some tools of the metaphysical trade. Again, you can use them for lots of different things, finding things, asking yes or no questions of things about your health. You can even ask them questions about your health. You can ask questions about, you know, family members, or, you know, just like you would ask tarot cards, but this would be a yes or no answer that you would get from them. So anyway, I just thought that was an interesting little subject. We could always talk more about these things. Let me see who's here. RNPO, welcome, and Errol welcomes. Thank you for being here. Want to know. Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all so much. So, what did you think? Have you guys ever seen these? Do you know anyone who's used one? Again, they're a little bit more popular in Europe than they are here in the United States, but it's a cool tool of divination. That's what I will call it. It's a divination tool, just like tarot cards and tea readings and crystal balls and scrying and all those. They're just tools. So the fun thing here to note is that anytime you're doing any kind of any kind of a reading from somebody, it's the reader, it's not the tool. So there are lots of different tools for divining and getting answers and that kind of thing, but it really is the reader who kind of is the secret sauce, if you will, because there's a million different interpretations that you can do off of a 78 card deck of tarot cards. And so depending on how those energies talk to the reader and how the reader interprets it, that will be the message that you get. So any reading you get is more about the reader that's doing it than the cards. So just didn't know if anybody out there knew that. And this instance is almost done smoking here. It's just a little bit much, I realize. So I don't know if anybody found that interesting or not. I hope you did, and if so, you know, put a question about any of those kinds of subjects that you'd like to know about in the future. I love talking about those things, and maybe at some point I will I'll start to say my pendulum. I have several pendulums out, but do I have one in here? I don't have one in here. It's in my other room. Okay. It's in the other room, and I don't want to get up and undo my mic. So anyway, I just kind of thought y'all might find that interesting. And so, you know, let me know what other subjects you might want to know about. All right, let's see. I thought I'd pull a little quick read. Let's see what the energies are around us now. I'm going to ask in love, because most people that come here want to know what's going on in love. So let's look at the climate. Now, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate. You hear that all the time. You have heard that from readers. So bear in mind, whatever comes up here, this is a general reading for my viewers. All right, let's see. What is the current energy around love? Just in a general taking the pulse here. Oh my goodness, in love this week. Well, we start off with the Tower. So, okay, that just means change. There's some upheaval possibly. Could be with a person from your past. So let's see. Let's see what else comes out here. General pulse of the love and romance world right now. Interesting, the King of Swords came out sideways, so let me see what else is here with the Magician underneath. Okay, Now this is interesting because I did a reading for somebody recently, and these 3 cards actually came out exactly like this. So I won't call names here, but that is really interesting. So this must be the week that this is happening. Okay. Anyway, let me keep going. I'm going to wait to speak on this King of Swords, because that can mean a couple of different things. That can always mean something different, you know. Errol, sorry, I just now saw your comment. What is exactly this? I do readings for people, like psychic medium, psychic readings, whatever, love readings, job, career readings. I just happen to also like to add some other content, so I was talking about these dowsing rods. That's what I was doing. What else is the general climate in love here for my viewers? 7 of Cups. All right, so that could mean spoil for choice. We have lots of choices and options this week about things. It could just mean we have lots of things coming toward us. That could also be, that could just be, you know, Venus is a Scorpio. Now, I'm a Scorpio, so if you got any Scorpio in your chart, or we all have it somewhere, but that could be you being busy this week in love. You may have, and it's interesting, I got the 7 of Wands fella said, yeah, you may have to turn some people down. This can be putting up a wall. It can just be standing your ground, but you may have to, you may have to say no. You may have lots of competition for you this week. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what else. That's a nice problem to have, isn't it? That is a very nice problem to have. I like that. Oop, what's this one? Uh-oh, now, then, you know, there's always got to be shade with the light. So we got the 9 of Cups in reverse. But I just think that means, this can also be, I'm kind of joking around here. Yes, this can be competition for you. It could also mean conflict. So that could happen, and that could make you unhappy. That could bring some unhappiness. But let's see what else. Yeah, towers can be good. That, you know, you see readers go, ooh, towers, and no, it can just be a major change of some sort. Okay. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, that can be a missed opportunity. So that could be work. I did ask for love, but that's usually something very tangible. Okay. Tangible and in the 3D world. Jim, welcome. Thank you for being here. I am happy to do a reading for you. Yes, I can. I can and I will. If you will just, let's see, you scroll down. Type your question there in the chat. I don't know why it's weirdly quiet here tonight. I mean, I have hundreds of people on here sometimes. It's weird, weird, weird. I don't know what that means. I don't know, but okay. Wow, it's interesting. Those came out and then flipped before they hit the table. Whoops. That's a lot of cards here. Let's see. So some of you are ending a cycle, All right. Let me push these up here. I don't know. You can see a few of these anyway. Ending a cycle could be with a person. Queens are typically my, queens and kings are people in my readings, and this queen is here in the reverse, and it doesn't have to be a female. But you could be ending a relationship with somebody, or you could be saying, I'm ending a cycle that didn't bring me stability. Was, you know, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who's potentially needy and can be self-centered as well. 2 of Wands in reverse. It says you're making a decision, or you have made, or you will make a decision this week, a choice about something that you feel very passionate about. But no, well, yeah, but you're anxious about it. This is the Nine of Swords. You're anxious, you have anxiety, losing sleep, wondering if I've done the right thing. Oh, that card fell out. Oh, interesting. And this could have to do with a long-time relationship or something around the home and family. Well, all right. Let me see. Will we stay together? Okay, Jim. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm really genuinely sorry to hear that, Jim. But yes, I will pull a read for you. I absolutely will. Let me just finish this, and I will be happy to do that for you. I just want to see if there's any advice now for my collective here. Any advice going into this week in this situation? Any advice going into this week in this situation? My pleasure, Jim. Jim is we're divorced now, but we were married for 30 years, and that's the name of my ex-husband and the father of my children, and we are still, you know, on very good terms these many years later, I'm happy to say. Okay, I'm here. It's interesting. This card is usually the card of deception. So I just think this is saying don't deceive yourself. See things as they truly are. And also, this can be making a strategy. And I really feel like that's what this is, making a strategy. Don't be impulsive. Don't be impulsive in this strategy. Listen to higher guidance. The King of Swords, yeah, because this... Pardon me. Yes, it is good. That's right. We, sidebar, Jim, one thing I'll say about both of us, we always put our kids first. And, you know, I made a conscious choice when we divorced that I would never put my kids between us. My kids were out of college by then, but still, I was just never going to bring them into any business that they didn't, you know, I wasn't going to put them between he and I, and that's worked out well for both of us. And, you know, we spend holidays together, you know, I just want the best for him, and, you know, I think that's mutual. So I was going to talk, this King of Swords, you know, can be, but because it's not upright, it's not reversed, it's more that energy, because it landed right on the Tower, this is saying we need to really, I think, watch our thoughts this week. That's what I'm feeling about this, because we're still in that energy from the eclipse where you're very powerful, you can manifest things, you've got a lot of choices here, so be careful where you point your thoughts and your energy this week. Make a strategy. Yeah, make a strategy. And I'm hearing be patient. You know, this is things not in balance. This is, excuse me, the Temperance card in the upright is the universe. This is typically an angel on this card. The universe trying to balance energy. And when it's in the reverse, it's saying things are in disharmony. So be careful you don't fall into this trap of being deceptive to yourself or others this week. Don't, you know, this can be cloudy thinking sometimes, not seeing the truth, not having clarity about things. So anyway, okay, I'm going to move on. Okay, Jim, let me put these cards back and I will do a reading for you, my friend. Thank you again for being here. Oh, I just realized, I bet people are watching football. I know, is it this weekend? The big Alabama football game is happening in Tuscaloosa here. I'm in Alabama. You know, the whole state of Alabama shuts down for football. Just saying. It's kind of funny. Not me, but anyway. I think that was tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure that's where half of Alabama is. Okay, what deck for Jim, please? Okay. Whoops. About dropped it. All right. Jim wants to know, will he and his wife stay together? Whoa, whoa, okay. Interesting. I'm going to pull out more cards for you, Jim, but right off the bat, you saw how that card popped out. This is the Knight of Pentacles, and it came out sideways. Now, I honor that. I don't know if you know anything about tarot, but I like to tell people. I read cards in the upright and in the reversal, but when it comes out sideways, that's like a third meaning for me. It says, to be determined is what that means to me. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is someone who, he brings an offer. Now, he's the slowest moving energy in the tarot. So this thing that he's bringing, this pentacle, this coin, this offer, is very, very slow in getting there, but he's the most dependable knight in the tarot. It will get there. Now, because it came out sideways, that says yet to be determined to me. And what's yet to be determined is this new beginning. This is the Fool card. I'm not going to quit. You are going to have to communicate. Clearly, there's a lot of communication that needs to happen here. This communication regarding stability, and I know all that's very trite, but I mean, something any reader could say, but you know, money is always an issue. Expansion, creativity. Yeah, let me just keep pulling cards here because I want more messages for you. Talk to me, please, about Jim and his wife. Please tell me, are they going to stay together? Give me I want to talk to you, Jim, about the law of attraction, though, and I do that with a lot of my readings. I kind of end up in this spot right here because you have, it's not just about the 3D world. You have power to influence this if you want to stay together with her. You have to be, in other words, what happens in our lives, what we draw to us in our lives is what we're an energetic match to. So if you're an energetic match to her having good reason to leave, let's say, I'm just pulling something out of this thin air here. But let's say, if hypothetically you did something or she did something and one of you feels like you're justified to leave this marriage, then you have to find a way to, that is called a point of attraction. Okay, that's a particular frequency or vibration. So you have to feel your way towards shifting your vibration so that you can attract a different outcome. Otherwise, you're going to get that outcome of, okay, I deserve to be punished, if you will, or I deserve to be, you know, whatever. I hope you get the gist of what I'm trying to say right now. Anyway, so that, and I always recommend, my favorite person to learn about that here on YouTube is watching Abraham Hicks videos. There are many channels and hundreds, if not thousands of videos, but Abraham Hicks has a really great way of explaining it, and I hope that you will spend a little time watching those, okay, so you can get busy creating the reality that you want here in this situation. So you want to be happy. Obviously, she wants to be happy. This is the happiest card in the deck, the Sun. This is looking promising. Let me see what else comes up, though. What else can you tell me? What else can you tell me for Jim and his wife? Will they stay together? Jim and his wife stay together. Well, come on. Okay. Well, there's a decision being made as we speak. I'm not going to choose those cards. I get the feeling that you want to stay in this marriage, Jim. And I also get the feeling that somebody did something they shouldn't have done. The World card in the reverse means repeating a cycle. It means, if it was in the upright, I'd say you're probably done. It's in the reverse. That's if you want this marriage, and I think you do, This is telling me that it's not necessarily going to end. No. And this could be saying, I'm overwhelmed, but I want to make a choice. I want to end this indecision, this crossroads, which is what I'm feeling. Okay, let's see. Yeah, because right now this is the Ten of Pentacles. It's in the reverse, so you're telling me right now things are not good in the home. Could be also not good in your money. Let's keep going here. Pull some cards for Jim. Tell me, will Jim and his wife stay together? Give me messages, please, to help Jim. Give me messages here to help Jim, please. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I love that. Victory. I think you've got a really good chance here, Jim, of this, you know. Again, I want you to take me seriously, please, and watch some manifesting videos, with, especially the Abraham Hicks ones. Yeah. Truth is coming out. So things that were hidden are come to the light here. You're losing sleep, a lot of anxiety. I think you both are. I think this applies to both of you. You do want to stay together. I can feel that. I really do. I can feel that. This is about clarity and truth and mind over heart, though. This king is mind over heart. So you've got to find a way to maybe do a little bit of that. I know when you're going through a rough patch, it really is, it's hard to not be totally in your feels. Believe me, I've been there. What else can you tell me for Jim? I'm just hearing you've got, if you, there's such a small change. I know you're not gonna probably this, because I feel something big happened here between you two. It wasn't like, you know, you were together for 20 years and you got tired of each other. There's something here that happened probably. And I keep hearing that there is just a small pivot that you can make that can change this. You know, I know, and what I feel about that is it feels bigger than that to you. You feel like that's not the case. You feel like there's this big mountain ahead of you and you don't know where to start. And I don't think that's true. I feel like you've got a better chance of turning this around than you think you do. Yeah, right now, there's probably no communication, or if it is, it's you know, probably not. You're not wanting to explore new arenas, or she's not, because it came out with this Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is, she's smart, she's attractive, she's sexy, she's an entrepreneur, she turns heads when she goes into the room. I think this is just confirming, because it fell right underneath the World card. You don't want your relationship with her to end, because that's how you view her. That's how you view her. Yep. Yep. All right. What else, please? Show me some more cards for Jim, please. Yep. Spirit's backing me up. Yep, that's the truth. This also speaks of clarity. This is the card of clarity, truth. Truth needs to be spoken here. That's interesting. That is really interesting. This card, it was at the bottom of the deck before I shuffled 3 times ago, and it's come back. This is a card of being good on your own. So there may have been some codependency here. I'm feeling that there might have been, and that's one of the things that needs to shift. You know that old say, it was the saying from Jerry Maguire, the movie Jerry Maguire, where Tom Cruise goes away and he breaks up with whatever, I can't remember her name now, and he comes back and he says, "You complete me." That's a great line for a romantic movie, but it's not how relationships should be built. You should be able to complete yourself and feel happy within yourself and then come together with another person. If you're depending on anybody else outside of you for your happiness, you will never be happy. Anybody, anything, any, car, house, amount of money, you've got to find happiness within yourself first. And if you listen to these Abraham Hicks videos like I've been mentioning, you will understand what I'm talking about. But I got a real sense of codependency. That's the opposite of what this card means in the upright. But the energy I'm feeling is as if it is in reverse. So it feels to me like somebody here that maybe the solution, because, it's following this truth. The solution to you coming together and collaborating here after this Tower moment, because you're doing a lot of assessing about, did I waste my time and energy? And I'm talking about both you, meaning the plural you and she. And I'm just feeling this someone, as I was saying, this is someone who's independent. She's got her monies correct. She doesn't need anyone. And I feel like the truth here is that energy needs to be more prevalent here. Not that yes, sometimes this means single and free to pursue, but I don't feel like that's what it's saying tonight. It's saying to me, again, back to that, you get you happy, and hopefully she will get herself happy. And then when you guys come back together, there's a lot of blaming that can happen in these situations. And if you don't expect that other person to make you happy, if you don't, because the expectations get us into a lot of trouble. And if you're not looking for that other person to fix life for you, and you can find happiness on your own, then you can, we'll go back to that original statement, then you can change your frequency. You can change your point of attraction. You can bring in abundance. This is independence and abundance. You can attract that to you, which would be a lovely collaboration. Yeah. I'm still going to pull a couple more cards here. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. You did hear me. I know you did. Hi, Ladybug. How are you? Let's see. Do you offer? I'm doing 2 free readings tonight, and you can be number 2 if you like. But don't type your question yet. Let me get finished with Jim's reading here, and then you can type your question because it might get lost. So let me see what else for Jim. What else can you tell me for Jim? Jim, this is not just about relationship. Abraham Hicks speaks on all different subjects. And so if you learn, this is about the power of manifestation. If you learn how that works, you can change everything. Anything and everything you want to change in your life. You just have to be that point of attraction. You have to believe that you can get her back. You have to believe that you are worthy of her love. You have to believe that this can come together again. You have to believe it. You got to find a way to get yourself into that better head space and heart space. What else can you tell me for Jim? What else can you tell me for Jim, please? I'm going to switch decks. That deck has just stopped talking. All right. Yep, I get it. Okay, show me, please. What else can you tell me for Jim, please? Give me some advice for Jim, please. His marriage. All in divine timing, all in timing, putting in time and energy. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, this is the Seven of Pentacles, and it's a farmer standing, leaning on his hoe where he's planted all these seeds. It's about the long term. It's about, you know, the farmer doesn't plant his seeds and then go out the next day and start screaming at the seeds, why haven't you grown yet? So, I feel like that's what you and she need to do is, what do you want for the long term? Is this a person you want to be with for the rest of your life? Can you work this situation? Yeah, because it's clearly you don't. Do you love her? This is the card of a breakup or somebody not wanting the person they're with. And so I want you, oh God, you can't make this up. And then the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. And both of these cards in reverse means a breakup. Okay, that's essentially a breakup. Doesn't mean, that just, it's probably a state of where you are now. It's not predictive. Because I asked the question of differently. I asked for advice. Invest, decide what you want to invest in. Does it make you happy? Is this someone that makes you happy? Or are you staying together with this person for the sake of the kids, for the sake of your budget, for the sake of your parents? You know, why are you wanting to stay with this person? That's what I'm hearing. It's asking you to ask yourself that question. You know, it's not like just damage control. It's really asking you to, yeah. Mm-hmm. The Hierophant card can be seeking spiritual guidance. And, you know, maybe if you haven't done that, you might consider doing that. Whatever, if it's therapy, counseling, going to a priest, going to somebody that you trust and talking this over with them. But it can also, this can just be the marriage card. And this could be saying a statement of the obvious, something I invested in. This is somebody, you know, as I said, a breakup. A breakup of what? A marriage. But I get that's a little different tonight. Let me see what's down here. Yeah. Spirit's just saying be strong and be determined. This is the card, the #1 card to me of forward movement and determination. So I think this is saying, again, decide why you want to be with this person, or not decide, yeah, decide, but ask yourself and do some thinking about why you are with this particular person, okay? Why? You know, it's one thing to be together with somebody and then 10 years later, do you still want to be with that person, and why? Because when you're 20 and you get married, or 25, whatever, when you get married, you probably want to, because it's what everybody told you, it's the model, it's what you do. It's, you want to have kids, you want to, you know, get your parents' grandkids, you want to have, you know, the great American dream, whatever. But you get down the road a little bit, and then your goals are different, right? What you want out of life is different. You're different, you change. So I just feel the message for you here is to think about that. What reasons, why are you wanting to stay in this relationship? Hopefully it's because you really love this person. And she's still your person, right? But then why did this thing happen between you two in the first place? So, you know, you've got some hard questions to ask for sure. But I really feel like after you do that and you assess that, this, as I said, is the marriage card, and it's upright along with the Chariot. This means forward movement. Be determined that if you're determined you want this marriage, then be determined. Act like you're determined to save it. Your actions need to follow through, though. If you're determined to save this marriage, you can't force somebody, but you can stay strong in that. You can stay strong in that conviction. Yep. And if somebody was juggling, no more of that, okay? No more of that. Namas. Okay, let me see. You are very welcome, Jim. I really sincerely hope this helps. Again, my heart hurts for you. I can feel your pain, literally. Ooh. And as I said, I've been there, and it's no easy spot to be in. But a lot of couples recover from this, right? A lot of couples recover. But you just have to put in the work. You have to let her know, look, I don't know who messed up here, but I kind of think maybe, Jim, it might have been you. I'm sorry, I'm not busting you. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying somebody messed up, and it's okay. It happens. It's okay. It's okay. But do the right thing now, whoever. Do the right thing now if you want to save this, and ask yourself these hard questions about why are you still with this person. You know, and if it's for reasons other than you really do love this person, you might want to think about that, you know. Where are you going to be? If that's how you feel, how you think you're going to feel about this situation in 10 years? Anyway, but I think you can make this work. But back to the first card that fell on the table, because it's often the most powerful energy of the reading. To be determined. It certainly can go forward, you know, but this is the, you know, Nine of Cups is the wishes coming true. If that's what you wish for. Get about learning how to get happy and how to manifest, and I really think you can save this. I think you can save it. All right, Jim, I hope that was helpful. You are very welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you tuning in tonight. I'm glad you caught me. And for anybody who's here who hasn't hit that like button, please show me a little love and do that. Okay, let me shuffle these. And Ladybug, if you would like to post your question now, please do so. Thought I heard something bad. Something is buzzing. I can't figure out what it is. I'll put my cards back. Ladybug, are you still here? If so, please post your question in the chat. And we'll do your reading for you. All right. Ooh, I can't believe it's getting dark this early already. I had to turn on my other light here, which just about blinds me, but it's getting darker earlier. Not a big fan of winter. Anybody who knows me knows that. Not a big fan of winter. Or cold, especially cold. Okay, Ladybug, are you still here? Are you still here? Please type your question in the chat. I'm running out of things to talk about here. Y'all have a question for me about anything else? Metaphysical or other, you know, kind of general topics? I want to start using this deck more. I got this eons ago, and it's such a good deck, and I don't know that I've seen any other readers using this deck. It's a deck of cards that came with the book, and if you remember, this is a classic book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And there's some really interesting, good messages here. So I'm going to start using this more, but I just kind of forget it's there sometimes. Ladybug, are you still here? I have to move on if you're not. Yeah, these are cool cards. Let me see. Let me just pull one. What's going on for my collective? Let me ask that question. What's going on for my collective? I want to use them. I just kind of forget about them. What's going on for our collective here tonight? Tonight, yeah, tonight. Oops, that wanted to come out. there? Oh, funny, that's the same one. It says, don't make assumptions. I love this. Don't make assumptions. Assume nothing. And then there's a message. I'll read you the message. It says, in any kind of relationship, we can make the assumption that others know what we think. Oh, Jim, this has got to be for you. Hey, Wynell. Hey, sweetheart. So it says, in any kind of relationship, we can make the assumption that others know what we think, and we don't have to say what we want. We assume they're going to do what we want because they know us so well. If they don't do what we want, we feel hurt and think, how could you do that? You should know. Well, there you go, Jim. That has to be for you too. I mean, just saying, it's probably the message of the evening for anybody who needs to hear it. So in other words, there's a saying that I learned actually from a really great therapist that I knew years ago. And it is, teach people how to treat you. Well, you know, they can't read your mind. You have to tell them. That doesn't mean nagging them about every little thing. It just says, you know, when that happens, and always speak in the first person. Not, you did that to me. No, when this happens, I feel so-and-so. That was a great card. It's funny, the artwork on here too. Relinquish the need to change others. And look at the artwork. Isn't that cute? Cute. Let me see. So I guess, Ladybug, you have clicked off here because you're not putting a question in here. Well, Monel, I did do a collective right at the beginning. In general, it was a general, but I did ask for love, so we could do one that just in general, not about love. Let's see what deck. Well, all right, but you didn't want to talk a while ago. Yeah, we can do that. And I might pull. No, I'm going to use these because these, I may have to get that book out. I've got two decks here that I rarely use and I want to start using them. That one, and then the other one is, it's a deck with dragons in it, and the artwork is phenomenal. It's called Star Dragons Oracle Cards. Isn't that something? Yeah. All right, so 1L. Collective, please. Well, I read that one, so let me pull again with 1L in mind. Collective. Show me. I'll pull one of each of these cards. What is the energy in the collective? Specifically, my person 1L here that she needs to hear for her highest good. Ooh, well, that one just popped right out. Let's see one. Oh, there's two. You got two here. All right, let's see. And then I could maybe read something in the book. All right, it says, don't take anything personally. Now, I know you do that. Busted. Well, we all do it. Come on. It says, don't take anything personally. Be immune to others' opinions. Excuse me. I'm going to read that. It says, what others say and do is the projection of their reality, their own dream. I love this. When you're immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. Oh my goodness. That has you written all over it, doesn't it? Whatever, I just feel like there's some specific thing that's going to speak to you. And the other one is, oh, are you kidding me? That can't have come out twice. Well, it's not the same cards, but it did. It had the same heading as that one I just pulled. Isn't that wild? It says, don't make assumptions. Ask for what you want. Oh, I know. Wait. The 4 agreements. That's what that is. I'm not familiar with these cards. That's a card under the heading of one of the agreements, which is don't make assumptions. Got it. In other words, ask for what you want. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everybody has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Okay, 1L? I hope that is helpful. Now I'm going to pull one of these, and I'll have to read these out of the book because I'm not familiar with all these messages. But these have two different messages on each card. One is the dragon, and one, like for example, this card, the dragon has a message, and then the person on the card that you can see here depicted has a message. So let's see for a 1L, especially the turtle with me. Okay. Now let's pull a card for 1L. Well, now this chat reminds me of the ones we did when I was on my computer, when there were actually a controlled number of people here, not 600. I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything differently. I don't have a clue what's different tonight. All right, let me have a card for 1L, please, here. What does 1L need to hear for inspiration? All right, come on. Hard to shuffle for me. They're a little bit bigger than regular cards. Come on. Ooh. Destruction, releasing your anger. All right, let me find this one in here. I don't like when tarot card readers have to get the book out, but this is it's the only way. I don't know this deck. Oh, sorry, don't need Italian, I need English, please. Okay, destruction, releasing your anger. The wisdom of the herald, which the herald would be the person depicted in this. Let me show you the card. If you can see the herald here and then the dragon here. Okay. Wisdom of the herald. Descend upon and smite your enemies with the vengeance and furious anger. Let it out. Oh my gosh, seriously? What? Good grief, 1L. Oh my gosh. It has been bottling up inside you, and the time has come. Unleash the beast and leave the town smoldering if necessary. You've been holding it in for a while. Find a constructive or destructive, it says, outlet, preferably the, yeah, no, that's funny. Find a constructive outlet. I'm just going to edit that. And then the wisdom of the dragon on the card is, burn it up. Harness your inner goddess Kali and destroy, smash, tear things apart with reckless abandon and wanton disregard. The time has come to annihilate the world to make room for the new. This has got energy around the, like the phoenix, and you know, to me. The time has come to annihilate the old world to make room for the new. Destruction is part of creation. Let it burn. And the invocation is, release your anger to destroy what no longer serves you. Tear down the old so that you may be renewed and restored. Smash things to pieces. Break it down to build it back up. Let it out. This is like the Tower card in the tarot to me is what that's saying. That's how I would say that message comes across to me. You know, you have to let go, and we know about storing stuff in your body, don't we? We know how that turns out. So, just saying. Well, that was cool. I liked that. I hope you did. I hope you found it useful. I don't know what you're dealing with, girl, but go punch your pillow tonight or something, you know? Okay, well, it's a quiet night here in YouTube land, but I don't know. Does anybody else have a question about anything? If not, I guess I'll hop off. Hope you're doing well over there, sweetie. I said, well, over there, up there. You're not over anymore, you're up. Is it getting cold there yet in Minnesota? I bet. Burn, baby, burn. Yeah, well, that's right. Apparently, there's some stuff you need to set fire to. About damn time. I know, right? Oh, Lord. Okay, well, I guess there's no more questions. I will hop off here, you guys. Thank you for spending a little time with me on a Sunday night. My pleasure, Ronell. Always, I'm so glad that it was a calm night actually tonight, and I could do that for you. You always give so much to me. All right, guys, I love you all. See you soon. Take care. Bye.